All right, KeyFetch. It's all about storytelling. Okay, you get it. You know what this does. Okay, you know what this does. You know what this does. Now the question is, how do we get the customer excited about keychains? Because that's what this is, right? All right. And it requires a little bit of storytelling. It requires a few questions. It requires a few what ifs. So, Trevor, you'll be my customer, and again, be the good skeptical customer. I think you've got that down pretty well. And I want you to see if I can create. This is the first time I've never seen this until today. Okay, I went through the contract. Okay, which is 10 pages long. All right, I don't suggest you do that. Okay, but when I went through it and I had Jason present it to me, I was trying to figure out how to create just a little bit of excitement. I want the customer to feel special because they're our customer, and we do want them to be special, and I think that's what Sam's intent is here, and to keep the customer tied to us. So, Trevor, thanks for your business.
Absolutely.
Okay, what I'm going to do now is give you what might appear to be an insignificant little gift. Okay, it's a keychain.
What am I going to do with a keychain?
Well, first of all, you can get a keychain in about 500 different places. I think the average keychain might cost about $2 or $3. Okay, but
They use carabiners.
okay, yeah, those are about a nickel, if that. But this one's a special keychain. All right, have you, these key fobs, and I would take out these key fobs. You know what these are now?
Expensive.
Well, they have chips in them, and they require programming. By definition, what does that make it?
It's an electronic.
It's a computer. Okay? These are mini computers. And you're right, they're extremely expensive to replace. Not the chip, not the plastic, but the programming. Because they are programmed to match up with the computer in your car. Have you ever lost a key fob?
I can't say I have, but I've broken one before.
Okay. Did you pay to have it replaced?
I did.
And how much was it?
About $250.
How long ago was that?
3 years ago.
Okay, 3 years ago. And I'm going to guess the vehicle that it started probably wasn't as complex or as computer focused as the one you just bought today, correct?
Definitely.
All right, these average somewhere between $400 and $600. I don't know exactly what yours would be, but they're extremely expensive, okay? And the problem is, when you lose one of these things, I mean, someone's going to find it, right?
Hopefully.
But what are they going to do with it?
Nothing.
They wouldn't know what to do with it.
Try to find my car, I guess.
Yeah, well, yeah, right. They're not going to go out in the parking lot with the panic button trying to figure out where your car is. That I can promise. They find it, you're not going to get it back. Okay? However, this keychain's a little bit different. See this little QR code here? Before you leave here today, we're going to set this up for you. We're going to put this on your key fob. And on the back of it, it says, if found, return at, and it gives a website address. And what will happen is it'll go on the web, the customer or whoever finds the key would go on the website, and they would have a number which would match up with yours because it's going to be registered before you leave here today. And without them knowing who you are, without you knowing who they are, you still would be in contact through the website. So you could find out exactly where they were, exactly where your key is, and you could make arrangements to get the key back, okay? And we would strongly suggest you would do it in a public place, maybe even a police station, all right? Because you never know who can find it. However, if they don't find it, if someone doesn't find it, or if someone does find it and doesn't pay attention to what's on the back of this thing, doesn't go to the website, doesn't contact you via the website, you're still not going to be at loss because we will replace the key fob, including program, for you. In fact, we'll give you up to $800 a year to replace not just one key fob, but multiple key fobs. Now, we're going to provide this coverage for you at absolutely no cost to you for the first year. And what I strongly suggest you do is when you visit Jason or you visit Ray, one of our finance guys, ask them how you can extend this coverage out to 3, 4, 5, even 6 years. It's literally a couple bucks a month, but it could protect your keys, keep you from having to worry about replacing a key, paying for replacing a key fob, because remember, it's a computer. And it also comes with roadside assistance that if because you've misplaced the key, okay, let's say you go to the lake, it falls into the lake. Well, you're not getting, that car's not going to start when you get back to the car. So you would actually need to get home to get your other key at that point in time. We're going to provide roadside assistance, including towing in that particular instance. Or if your key fob malfunctioned and wouldn't start your car, you'll have a coverage for that as well. Okay, so make sure you check with Jason or Ray. They'll show you how to extend this coverage, but right now this is our gift from Sarah to you. Cool? You know, I'm going to watch this in a minute, and so are you. I don't know if that was a good story or a bad story because I just did it for the first time, but it was a story, okay? Most people have never paid to have a key fob replaced, and that doesn't mean most people haven't lost a key fob, they just don't pay to have it replaced. Most people, when they lose a key fob, you know what they do? Take better care of their second key fob. I mean, that's what I always did.
They never lose it a second time.
You know, right. They just
Especially
take
when
better
you figure
care.
out how much the first one costs.
And you know, one thing I left out is, you know, the more key. I mean, if I trade a vehicle in, it's got one key, it's worth X. If I trade a vehicle in, it's got 2 key fobs, it's worth X plus, because most dealers want to sell a used car with 2 key fobs because most customers, when they buy a car, want to. Right. Now, you're going to sell used cars with 1 key fob.
Down a lot.
Okay? Can the customer use this to get a second key fob?
No.
No, they cannot. The people that administer this program are really good at asking some good questions, as in, hey Logan, when you took delivery of your vehicle, how many key fobs did you get? You're right. I mean, they will ask that question. I know this isn't an Easy Care product, but I know with Easy Care Key Care, you know, when the customer gets a policy, they by contract, they have to have 2 keys. And the first thing the claims people ask when they file a claim is how many keys did you get when you took delivery of the car. So we don't want to make sure the customer understands that if there's only 1 key fob, they can't use this to get a second key fob. Cool? All right, have you got a better feel for this right now?
Yeah.
Okay, let's find out.